All right, y'all, what's up? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about late payments, okay? So I'm just going to shoot it to you guys straight when it comes to late payments. We've been there before. I've been there before. I've missed some payments before in the past. And I've made it my business to not miss any more payments since I've been on this journey of repairing my credit and rebuilding to now being in the maintenance stage of just making sure that my credit utilization is always low and I'm not missing payments, okay? So here's the thing with late payments. Late payments can stay up on your credit report for 7 years, okay? 7 long ass years. That's a long time for you to have made a mistake, whether it was on accident or you just didn't care, that's a long time for that to remain on your credit profile, okay? Now, when it comes to getting it removed, there's 3 ways that is possible to get a late payment removed, okay? Number 1 being that the credit reporting time limit for the late payment has passed, meaning that it's been 7 years since the date you missed the payment and it's time for that late payment to be removed from your credit report. All you have to do is either call the credit bureaus or mail the credit bureaus a letter, let them know, hey, this late payment that I made 7 years ago has reached its credit reporting time limit. Can you please remove this information from my credit report immediately and send me an updated copy of my credit report reflecting the changes. Simple as that. Okay, and like I said, you can call them about that as well. You don't have to send a letter, but you can if you want to, just for that paper trail. All right, the second way is if it's an accurate late payment, you're gonna have to go through the creditor and get a goodwill adjustment. And there's no telling if that creditor is gonna be willing to accept your goodwill adjustment letter or not until you ask them, okay? Some creditors are more lenient than others, some are more forgiving than others, and that's just the bottom line. I can tell you firsthand, Capital One will be more forgiving over Navy Federal or over Wells Fargo, or over PenFed, or over First Premier. It is so hard to get certain creditors to agree to remove accurate information because they simply don't have to, okay? And there's no policy or anything in place that says, I was facing a hardship during this time or something happened and, we have some rights for us to use to our advantage to get them to honor our goodwill adjustment request, okay? So a goodwill adjustment letter is gonna be your best bet if you have an accurate late payment on your credit report. Now, if you've looked at your credit report and you found that you are it's being reported that you missed a payment and you didn't miss a payment, all you have to do is submit proof. Submit proof along with this late payment letter that I have on the screen to the creditor and the credit bureaus for them to update this information. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now, I will say this, the older the late payment, the less impact that it has on your credit report. So I wouldn't really be stressed out about a late payment that was 6 years ago or something like that. I wouldn't be that concerned with that because it doesn't have that much of an impact. Maybe those late payments within the last 2 to 3 years will have more of an impact on your credit score. But those that are 3+ years old, I wouldn't be too focused on those. Especially if the account, if it's an open account, I wouldn't be too worried about those old payments. My main focus would just be ensuring that, there are no more missed payments within the last 2 years, okay? Last 2 to 3 years, your payment history is, 100% on time. You're not missing payments, okay? At all. So that's that. Okay, now if you have a closed account with hella late payments, try to do a pay for deletion if that account still holds a balance, and if it doesn't have a balance, try to do a goodwill adjustment letter to see if they would be willing to remove the entire account beforehand, or you can try an early exclusion letter. I have that video linked above on one of these sides, and there's a letter included in that video that you can use, to get an account removed from your credit report before the actual 7-year credit reporting time limit is up. So those are some methods to get some late payments removed, and there's various, ways to do so. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes you just gotta thug it out and just allow the account to just age off, or allow the derogatory information that's on the account to just age off on its own, because like I said, there's no laws as of right now that can force a creditor to remove accurate information because we were facing a hardship or whatever the case may be. There's nothing right now that can support that that we can use to our advantage. So the main thing here is, if you find that something is reported inaccurate, act on it fast. If you do find that the information is reported accurately, then you need to be in ass kissing mode to try to get them to remove the late payment from your credit profile, especially if it's a late payment that was missed within the last 2 to 3 years. All right. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. But all the letters should be in the video, and whatever else I mentioned, I should have linked in the description box as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.